Hello there, I'm Aldra Hill. Welcome back to some Victoria 2, playing the Mexican Empire now. We are doing very well. Welcome to the channel, and we are here in a nice little period of peace. It's September 19th, 1845. We have taken Belize, which is great, and I've been conferring with the developer of the various features, General Garcia, and also the creator of the mod itself, and informing me that I need to do a couple things that I maybe should have done a little differently. Apparently, I probably should not have taken Oregon or Louisiana in my wars, because I just didn't need to do that. So when the USA clicks Manifest Destiny, which they can do once they are at State and Government, once they hit that, and also they're not in a truce with me, I believe they are in a truce with me until 1849, but that's actually fine. So they'll be able to click that, hopefully, and when they do, we have to kick their asses, and I'm going to have to cede back Oregon, and the Mississippi and all this, the stuff I took, and then I get an event that for 20 infamy gives it back to me with cores. If I do the event, it only gives you cores and things you directly took, so I wouldn't get these cores, which is problematic. So that's fine. We just have to be very clever about this. But it does give us 4 straight years of calm and peace. I'm going to need to build up my army quite a bit there. I do get 11 brigades to mobilize, which is fantastic. And we also do actually have a couple factories. I am going to keep Mexico having a bottling works. And I'm going to keep... Is Guatemala's state? Let's take a look at the state. So Guatemala has trees, wool, and fish and coffee. And actually some iron, which is weird. It actually does have iron. So I'm actually going to make steel. I'm actually going to open this factory. And we're going to subsidize it. And the hope there is that everything will be great. Oh my god. Is it costing us a lot of money? How much is that costing us, dude? What the Why is it costing me 2,000? Oh, machine parts to construct my stuff. That's fine. That's fine. There we go. Oh my god. It's always a little bit weird when you reload the game. And as soon as these intellectuals are done... Oh, the first Beethoven Fest. An invitation. Classical music is overrated. Yeah. Give me that prestige. Awesome. We're going to keep working on our fantastic stuff over here. We also have the American War of Cuba is still going on for some reason. And we can now increase Peru in our sphere of influence. Where are they at? Who likes them? Alright, they're cordial, so that's awesome. And in Brazil, it's still friendly. They have been discredited, which is nice. That removes their influence. I can ban an embassy. I will just wait. It's okay. Good stuff. Once these guys are done, we will work on grabbing even more good stuff, like with more soldiers. We just got idealism. And we do want to think about that we will need to have this tech soon. But to be honest, I'm not sure it's worth it right now. I mean, getting railroad could be a good idea. I actually have a lot of research points, surprisingly. You could go Malthusian thought, but I'm worried that we might need to try and get some kind of, you know, useful stuff and actually kill the Americans, because I'm going to have to fight them soon. Not for 4 years, though. If I went for, let's say... So I don't need this, because I only get 2.65. I'm going to decide here. I mean, farming output's always great as well. This isn't very useful for me. Basic chemistry for fertilizer and medicine for supply limit is fantastic. What about just railroads? That would be done in a year. Okay, let's build some railroads. Right, that helps out a great deal. Hegelian idealism, perfect. Lyricism's not for a while, so we have some good research there. Okay, so that's intellectuals done. Now I want to work on, which was in Veracruz. Hey, what's up, Octavia Cranberry? Thank you much for joining me. Have fun. There's no LGT. Soldiers 2%. And in terms of what determines people going into soldiers, take a look. I always like to remind myself of this. If soldiers is at least 0.8%... No, that's okay, that's not ticked. If soldiers are at least 1.5%, it's minus 6%. That's why. Okay. Alright, see you in a little bit, Abraham. Okay. At least 0.6% of possible soldiers recruited. So we want to avoid it where it's at least 1.5%. But that's actually not there. Let's see what happens if we go encourage soldiers. Sadly, we can't go encourage officers. That's fine. And we actually do have a surprising amount of dudes. Which is awesome. America's still fighting its war, and we have 4 years of peace now. For us to get even more pops, we're getting, oh my god, 13,000 people. Look at that migration. I want to look at the migration more. This is amazing. Where is it? Migration. 6,000 immigrants. Mwah. We just got 4,000 UK. What's happening in the UK? Oh my god. They're at war. That is fantastic. Okay, we're getting so many migrants right now. And the joyous thing about the migrants is that it's population, which is great, but it's also an educated population. So the average literacy is 8.5%, right? That's going to go up. Oh my god. Yes. That's an alliance from Ecuador. Okay, so I'll be honest with you, buddy. I'm a little concerned about that. I am not going to ally Ecuador. I will ally Venezuela, however. Maybe. I mean, there's some resources there that might be worth it, but... Nicaragua also has a little bit, but not really. It's just coffee. So do I want to ally? I'm going to ignore Ecuador. It's very frustrating that no one will be my friend. We're allied with Brazil. Britain won't join us. Spain would join us, but unfortunately they're going to have a truce with America, so that's no good for us. France is always possible, but then they're going to... Oh, they're allied to Russia. It's going to be terrible. That's way too loud music. Don't do that. We're going to ignore that. Okay, so obviously they are losing a lot of money. Boop. Lower that probability, because it would be good to make steel. Because we don't make much, so it would be good to actually be able to make it. Look at that, our literacy has already gone up. Conference of German Historians held in Frankfurt. Cool. Already gone up by 0.2%. And we're going to keep increasing our opinion in Peru. This is the good stuff. We're doing fine. Militancy is going up a little bit. That's okay. We're increasing intellectuals to get more and more research points. And we will get 11 brigades. Ooh, here's a thought. Because they're actually invading it. Could we just kill their ships? Could we do that? I mean, we have a lot of... We don't have a ton of money. The USA has 49 ships. I do not have 49. I have 9. Okay. We could try to build some. We could only really do it in places that actually have proper ports. It might be worthwhile. Just to try and hit them a little bit, you know? But just destroy the factory. Just stop. And remember that the immigration is governed somewhat by the rate, like how if there are open slots in factories available, that would increase immigration. Ah, it's gone down. My immigration. Getting all these immigrants. We turned off immigrants. Whew. Weird. Well, we're getting like a good few thousand. Nice. Every month. How many ethnos discovered? We just want to make sure this war goes on as long as possible. And give me some soldiers. Please give me more. Well, at least we can actually get quite a lot of individual soldiers now. And again, we mostly have infantry, artillery, which is good, because that's kind of what we want. We want to be able to mobilize to defend ourselves. Taxes are nice and low, which is great. Tariffs are non-existent. Administrative spending is nice and high. I want to put administrative spending to 51%. Education is going to stay very high. As is mill spending. When you saw the YouTube announcement, I thought your next part was out. That was the plan. I tricked you. I tricked you. Okay. We also have this factory here, which obviously only has like 11 employees. Chartist rallies, let them hold their little things. I am fine with that. It increases militancy, which means more reforms. And this should increase the number of migration we get. Hopefully a little bit. Okay, very good. Our pop is growing, which means more dudes. And we are encouraging soldiers. 4% chance. But now, because there is at least 1.5%, it's not going to work super well. We're going to remove that. Over here in Jalisco, we're going to do it here. We're going to get to 1.5% for the entire area. Oh, yeah. Oh, and intellectuals were at 2%. Yes! Okay. That's fantastic. So intellectuals, 2% is the optimal quantity for research points. For massively increasing the intellectual capability of your country and quickly educating them, it's 4%. Because that will increase the literacy rate of your pops pretty heavily. It would be great if it was a little bit more detailed, but there it is. Okay, so 2% are intellectuals. Optimal is 4%. Monthly change base value, child labor legal minus 10%. Ow. And fully funded education helps a great deal, as well as the school system. Increasing education efficiency is going to be very helpful, I think. But I think trying to get more intellectuals is good anyway. Let's just try and get as much as possible here. Guerrero and Durango. I want to have as many people as possible in this area. There is coal here, though, so... Oh, there's spicy coal. Okay, this is actually an amazing factory. Okay, no, Durango needs the pop. Durango needs it. Go. It's got to be Durango, because that's the good stuff. Because this is the main state we want, because we got coal here. We can also encourage immigration. Migrants are 50% more likely to choose the state. Yeah, and it doesn't increase the chance of going to the country, it makes them more likely to go to that area. At the moment, I'm fine with them kind of just going everywhere. Right, that is mine taken. Beautiful. I'm gonna get Venezuela now. More people in my sphere. And as soon as our infamy is down a little bit, so I am going to reduce my infamy. I'm going to cheat it down, because I did spend 15. And the reason I'm doing that is because I did spend 15. I don't need it. I didn't need to take these states. I get them anyway. So I am going to cheat it down with the event that removes infamy. Right, that is a railroad, which is fantastic. Now I think we should work on getting some military tax. And I think some of the best ones are going to be things that, I mean, obviously morale and mill tactics are very useful. Okay, mill tactics are pretty good. I'm actually looking it up right now. Because there's actually a number of different options here. Obviously, increases supply consumption, which can actually be really problematic for trying to maintain supply. Kind of everything does, actually. I haven't got these things, which... If I want to try and get hussars or whatever, that might be something worth going for. Increased mobilization size is also good. I'm literally looking at right now how vital military tactics is. Don't you urgently literacy tax, though? So I have already got philosophy for research points. Do you think I need the Malthusian thought to be able to get industry? I'm going to be fighting a war of America in like 3 years, though. Alright, let's do that one. I should get that pretty fast. Yeah, I got it in a year, so that's fine. And then I'm going to go military tax. Fruit. Good. And some sweet, sweet mill tax all day long. Yeah. Be fine. I'm going to put tariffs to 5%. We're subsidizing these factories, and they're actually making money weirdly. That's actually kind of surprising. But that should just keep up our migration really heavily. And yeah, it's also increasing our literacy rate on average, which is really, really great. We're just going to chill for a little bit. Get more soldiers. Please give me soldiers. I can now get up to 5. I'm going to wait another year or so before I really want to do that, but... people should start to migrate around a little bit. What are you doing? I might chuck a fort in this little zone here. Anyone gonna build railways? They are! They're building railways. Because railways are pretty good. Supply limit, factory throughput. I mean, railroads are fantastic. RGO output, immigrant attraction, movement cost, and factory throughput. Ooh, does RGO output affect the spicy stuff? RGO, okay, hang on, I'm looking this up. Victoria 2. RGO output precious metals. Because that massively increases income. I have a strange feeling that precious metals are not impacted by they are increased by okay. God, my war exhaustion is very bad though. Christ. It's reducing my RGO throughput like crazy. Oh my god, okay. Well, in the next episode, we're going to take a look at this and see about whether or not we want to expand railroad systems everywhere. We can only hope, I suppose, but we're going to be building at least some. I was Algernon. I was Algernon. I'll continue. I do hope to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.